Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you exactly how I find my Instagram influencers that earn me over $500 per post. So before we get started, I hope through my results and stuff I don't come across as bragging, because I know I'm at a stage where a lot of you guys are building to, and I hope you know that it took me months and months and months on end, to hours and hours and hours to figure out exactly what I was doing. I went through all the stages, I went through all the missteps, I went through the mistakes. I lost over $500 on Facebook ads. It's all I had when I got started. It was ridiculous. Then I finally moved over to influencers, where I saved a few $100s from washing the car outside for a few months. And yeah, because I know a lot of scammers on YouTube and they're trying to claim they got results in this to sell you a big course or whatever, but just for now I'm purely value based. So all the value that I put out in this channel is purely to help you guys, and it's purely the kind of value that I would have wanted when I was getting started with YouTube. So yeah, let's jump into my phone and I'll show exactly the sort of steps, processes, what I look out for when picking my Instagram influencers.
Before we get started, I just want to outline something really important. You need to make sure you pick a niche. So before we can even search for influencers, you need to make sure you know your niche and you know the product within that niche. You can't be going out there starting general stores and expecting to make some sort of sales from a niche product. So you can't advertise on, let's say, the relationship niche, but then go on and have products that relate to the gardening niche. On the exact same site, you've got relationship niche. So if a consumer clicks on the relationship niche and then goes onto your site and sees gardening products, they feel so much more uncomfortable than if they just saw relationship related products, because it actually feels like your store is a brand related around relationship products. So if you want to find an influencer, we'll go with the relationship niche. You just go over to here to search, type, and you can go relationship. So here we click on the first one here, Couples of Society. So here, 3 million followers, 636 following, 995 posts. Looks good. So the main thing you're going to be looking out for when compiling a list of influencers is fake followers, bots, and engagement groups. So to find some of those, you go through here. Looks 61,000 likes. That's quite good. 1,345 comments. Yep. Looking good so far. So you want to go through here and click on a random, this one here, Linda. So you can see 53 posts, 788 followers, and 1,000 following. So so obviously she's on a bot. She's on another influencer commenting on this post, and she's a real person. So click another one here. So you just do the exact same thing over and over and over again for 10-15 minutes, just to make sure their followers and their comments on their page aren't false. They aren't bots, or they aren't influencers. So what usually happens on some big influencer pages is other influencers actually comment on their posts saying like, cool, that's awesome, good. They just really plain, simple, one-word comments, and that helps that post actually hit the explore page, which then shows that post to people outside of their page's following. So they can put that post in front of 3 million followers when they've only got 1 million people following their page. So the next thing you need to do is, once you've checked that, once you check the comments are real, once you check the likes are real, once you check the page's following is real, spend 10 to 15 minutes doing this, then you can go on and you compile a list of 10 to 15 influencers. So you do the exact same thing for 10 to 15 influencers, compile a list, and then you want to make sure and you want to go contact each individual one. When you're compiling a list though, you've got to make sure you remember you don't just put one relationship. So you can't just go through the relationship here, because you won't find 10 to 15 good ones. You want to go through here and you want to type in couples as well. So once you type in couples too, it'll give you a wider variety of results. So you can hear Relationship USA. See, they've got a post here. This is quite good here. And you can go through. It's got 25 comments on this post. Ooh, see? So you want to be aware of the sort of posts they're doing, the comments they're getting, and where this dropshipper has gone wrong, because all these products here are just dropshipped. Here, so you want to go through, make sure that, and after you actually comment your 10 to 15 influencers, you compile your list. You want to make sure you keep an eye on each influencer. You want to make sure you turn on post notifications and watch every single post they do for a week or two, because you want to see how often they actually post ads. So if they're posting ads once a day, twice a day, once an hour, you obviously know that when they post your ad, it's not going to go as well as if they just post ads on their feed every week. Because obviously the audience become desensitized to ads. So when you're contacting the influencer, once you get 10 to 15 influencers written down, you just want to type in, you want to go here, send message. I haven't worked with this one before. Actually, turns out I have. So you just go post. So obviously this one here, a lot of influencers actually aren't active on the DMs. Don't ask me why. There's a lot of money to be made from their point of view, but a lot don't actually reply. You'll find this when you start contacting influencers. That's why I say 10 to 15, but you're only really going to work with one. A lot won't even reply to you back. So it's very, very weird. So once you finish that and you can contact this 10 to 15 influencers, you've got down to about 5 influencers. You figured out the exact one you want to. When you figure out the exact one, you want to go through their engagement and make sure another way to check their following isn't fake. So you can use 2 methods that I use. I'll put them screenshots now, Flanks and Social Blade. So with Flanks, it's pretty much an engagement calculator that calculates the engagement of each of the pages. So you can hear 3.4 million followers and here 145,000 likes. See, that's quite good. So you put relationships.usa into Flanks and it'll tell you exactly the engagement rate. Obviously, you don't want to work with an influencer that has an engagement rate of less than 2.5%. It's just not worth your time. It's just an absolute waste of time and money. So do that for each of 10 to 15. Get down to about 5 influencers. Pick one you want to work with. And then you can go through Social Blade and just double check their following is actually not purchased. So once you put their Instagram handle into Social Blade, it'll show you a graph halfway down the page. And in that graph, it'll have a following of, it'll be the graph representing the following of the page. So you want to make sure that graph is a consistent curve upwards, not a straight line upwards. It's just a consistent growth. If they have a spike or a peak of growth and it just goes back down and the spike and peak of growth, you can obviously see that followers are bought, the followers are dropped off, they bought some more, the followers are dropped off. But if it's a consistent graph trending upwards, well then obviously you know they're organic and they haven't been bought and they're through actual engagement. So what you need to do next is you need to negotiate the prices with the influencer. So when you're negotiating prices with influencers, you probably want to do at least 5 influencers out of your list. So when you negotiate prices with the influencer, how much you want to pay directly depends on exactly how much you have. So if you've got $100 to $200, you'd be going with an influencer such as the Relationship USA one with 3 million followers. But if you've only got $50, $20, $30, you're going to be going with a page with 100,000, 200 to 500,000. So you wouldn't be going for anything over $1 million. So when you get your prices back from the influencers, I've actually had someone offer me $30,000 for a post with only 1 million followers on his page. So it's not your fault if you get those sort of high-valued offers, low-valued offers. I know a lot of influencers overvalue their product. I know a lot that actually undervalue their product. So it's all just getting out there and finding. And if the influencer you want to work with overvalues themselves, don't worry about it. Just move on to the next one. It's not worth your time and it's not worth your money, no matter how good you actually think the page is. So another tip for when you post your ad is you need to make sure that the theme of your ad actually fits in with the theme of the influencer's page. You can't go out there writing ads with 50% off, big logos written all over your page with a bracelet. You need to make sure the ad actually fits in and mixes with the theme of the influencer. So if they have photos of people kissing, like couples relationship, people kissing, you need to integrate your bracelet into a photo of people kissing. You can't just put a white background, big bracelet there with 50% off, because obviously people who like kissing videos aren't obviously interested in big 50% off relationship bracelets. They're more interested in the bracelet that's related to obviously kissing videos or kissing pictures. So I'll obviously make a separate video about that, explaining exactly how I make my influencer ads. I'll obviously take you step-by-step sort of things that I do. And one of my final tips is make sure the influencer doesn't actually post anything straight after your post. I see a lot of people go out there, dropshippers, first time posting their ad, and then the influencer actually posts something 30 minutes after their post had just gone up. So that obviously wrecks their engagement. No one will actually see their ad, no one will comment, no one will like, no one will share, because everyone will be seeing the most recent post of the influencer, not your post. Just make sure you have an agreement with the influencer. They don't actually post exactly straight after your ad. So make sure you have like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Give them a time to make sure they don't post straight after. So that's pretty much what you need to know about finding Instagram influencers. If you find this content sort of valuable, leave a like and subscribe. Of course, I'll be making a video every 3 days. It's kind of like these, providing as much value as I possibly can to you guys. I'm slowly getting better at these voiceover video kind of things. And yeah, I'm actually going to include a link to a private Facebook group that I own. It's all related to e-com. So if you have any questions, I've got about 100 people there already, ready to answer any questions you have about starting a store, finding a niche, finding products and all that stuff. So it's obviously down in the description below. So go join that if you want to learn a bit more about e-com, or if this video is just not enough for you, or if you have any questions about this video, just comment it down below. Be happy to answer them. I'll be actively answering. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you in the next video.